GangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
That's all I'm saying. So yeah, hopefully niggas could get it on in these younger fights and leave all these Rip Van Winkle ass fights alone. So Chisora time, right? War time.
Yeah. In this title, I titled this, "There's only so long blown up cruiserweights can pretend."
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, like I said, because I mean, we're Usyk. I mean, obviously, we know Usyk is probably one of the greatest cruiserweights. I mean, even for what he accomplished, he is literally one of the greatest cruisers of all time. So obviously, when Dude announced he was going to heavyweight, it's gonna be like, okay, let's see what he can do. Now, if you follow the cruiserweight division for a while, you know that sometimes that a lot of cruiserweights don't necessarily make that transition to heavyweight well. Some do, like your Holyfield, obviously the best example, or David Haye, who has power, whose power carried up, he carried up with him. And some necessarily don't, like Mormick, who couldn't take a heavyweight shot to save his fucking life, or maybe Steve Cunningham, who took him well enough, but he went down more times than I ever seen him go down as a heavyweight.
Yeah, I think it was getting dropped at cruiserweights. I don't know.
Well, not as much as he used. Like when he got older, he got dropped by a heavyweight. It seemed like jobbers were dropping him. Like I don't
know, man. That Atomic fight still fresh in my mind. I think he was getting dropped like Bambi like every 3 rounds. So, but I think Cunningham made a pretty decent transition to heavyweights.
Yeah.
More competitive with Fury than fucking Wilder was.
That's true though. That's very true. But yeah, like Usyk, obviously when he had his heavyweight debut against Chaz Witherspoon, like no questions were answered on that fight, like none. Because pretty much Chaz Witherspoon didn't really put up a real fight. And basically, Usyk, kind of pounded on him a little bit. And then
it was late replacement. It wasn't no dynamic performance. It was mid. So now we got the Dereck Chisora, who I guess is a more refined mid. It's like some stronger Reggie. Nah, it was not Nike fight Reggie. Like this might be like some decent zone, but it's a higher quality.
Right. Chisora is someone you have to take seriously because Chisora does have the performances, where if you sleep on him, he will probably knock you out. So it's just like
So and his style, he's rough, aggressive. It's heavy hands. He's in your face, the pressure, like. So it was. The fight was talked about, and it was hyped up just as much as fucking Tank LLC.
Yeah, surprisingly, I didn't think it would be, but I think the biggest reason, obviously Chisora, the Brits love him, but Usyk has a lot of love in a lot of different areas. Like, I think because Usyk has the road warrior aspect because pretty much all his important fights, his title wins, all won in the opponent's backyard. Every single one of them.
But Usyk's a character though. Like if you put shit behind him to market him, he'll be a star. Like honestly, somebody need to get him a movie script or some shit. Like
Usyk. The fun things too is like most of these fighters are like, some people complain about, these fighters are like, Usyk has an it factor because he shows a personality. Obviously he's not fluent in English, but even then, I am Phil or hello, insert opponent's name. He has, and of course he puts videos of him, doing like 90s dance moves to Russian music.
Silly shit.
Like he's a character, man. The way his eyes look.
Yeah,
like,
and then the fact that he
looks like he could be one of the Dumb and Dumber characters.
Yeah.
But then he looked like a James Bond villain too. Like
right. Usyk has an it factor that it's just like we talk about Triple G. When you talk about he wasn't speaking English like that, but it's an it factor that draw people to him. Usyk has that factor, and that's what I was surprised about too. Like even in the weekend with LSC and Tank, that Usyk was getting a lot of attention as well. So I mean,
but I think there was so many big fights, and it's like I guess maybe the UK fans left out because their fight that they was having wasn't as big as Monster Maloney or Tank LSC, so they had to kind of hype it up a little extra.
Mm-hmm. And then Usyk's actually he's been out for a while because he had injuries, and this fight, it had to be scheduled like twice, once because of injury, the other because of COVID, shit like that. So it's just like
all in all, it was a decent promoted like fight that you looked forward to. So so I had no problem with it. Like we said, it's better than the fucking Chaz Witherspoon fight.
It was.
But how do you feel about? Because I already know y'all scorecards, and so I could just go ahead and let us know how y'all really felt, especially King P. Fuck yeah, the nigga start first, cause
I mean, what do you want, the scorecard or my analysis first?
Nah, you get the scorecard afterwards to give your analysis, cause I got mine.
This nigga ain't no damn heavyweight. Like, I'm sorry, like, great cruiserweight, but fucking heavyweight. He's not gonna be able to take shots. Even when Chisora was touching him up, you could just tell he was making him uncomfortable. Like, he was his style is not gonna work for that division. He's getting clipped more than I thought he would, and then he had him. Like, Chisora by the 5th, 6th round was basically out of steam, and he could have finished him. Like, he had him dead to rights, but instead he wanted to fucking play patty cake with him, and fucking he got back into the fight. So I think I gave him 2 rounds, 2 of the later rounds. So I mean, Usyk clearly won, but I had it 115-113.
Yeah, and that's the same too. Like my thing is, like, I mean, the positives I will take, like Usyk has the footwork and the stamina to go 12 rounds, and this is a plus because none of these heavyweights really do that consistently. Like, some show, I mean, Joshua has shown it, to actually do it without occasion, and then Wilder can actually do it when he actually does his road work. Or whatever.
No, Wilder looks like a Bambi on ice. Nah, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, he is a.
You could have said Tyson Fury, but like I said, Wilder. Okay.
But I'm talking about stamina wise, maybe.
I mean, even Ruiz's fat ass can go 12 rounds.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah but if you're throwing 15 punches,
yeah,
then we all go 12 rounds. That case, baby.
Yeah, no, but
DAZN, let me get some DAZN money. Line up a random YouTuber. Fuck it. You got 8 niggas to choose from. Ring gang.
But that was some of the positives I thought. But yeah, I mean, it clearly, like, the size, because I mean, Chisora outweighed by like 40 something pounds, so the size definitely bothered. Definitely bothered Usyk. Like, Usyk was, I don't think was ever comfortable. Like when Chisora did manage to close the distance, because he was like a bull. He was coming in trying, Usyk was real skittish, and he got caught with some shit that I didn't think he should have got caught with. But he took them well though, because he wasn't hurt like that. But there was a lot of weight behind those shots, and it bothered him. But what also bothered me though is when Chisora, Chisora was gassing, like dude. Was walk to a corner as you and and take big deep breaths, and just like, and then Usyk never got out of his first level. He's like, okay, you know what, first gear, stay in it. And then he was kind of patty, and it was sad to see because when Usyk did this at cruiserweight, Usyk would go to the level and then would start beating the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, but I think Chisora's power was still he felt the power. I think he kept that in his back pocket, in the back of his mind, not to just go in, because if he got hit with something hard, who knows?
Yeah, but even
also, he did a Ruben Villa, and he didn't believe in his boxing skills as much as he should have.
And the funny thing is, he did hurt Chisora. Like, there was one round where Chisora.
Yeah, I think it was like the 6th round.
I thought he was catching Chisora. Like, he hurt him several times.
He did.
No, he did.
Because he never put them together to get him. Like, I guess we were never gonna get the Oscar De La Hoya flurry finish.
Yeah.
He almost finished him. I think it was in the sixth or round. Like Chisora was saved by the bell. Like literally, like the bell rang and that was it. If that round was 10 more seconds, Chisora probably would have been done.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. But there was no more moments after that. But after that, I think Usyk kind of played it safe, and just like, you know what, let me.
Yeah, he played patty cake. The fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So like me, I look at it different than y'all. Like at least my scores were different, but I kind of feel the same way how y'all felt. It's just that I didn't give Chisora as much credit round wise as y'all did, because I don't really think Chisora did much after the 5th, 6th round. Like he had a little burst here or there in the second half, but he was just too fucking cumbersome, too fucking sporadic for me to really say he was winning rounds. Like I thought Chisora won maybe 2 rounds, maybe 3 at best. But 115, 113, I did not see that fight. Like, and as far as Usyk, like, I'm hearing a lot of excuses with the weight. Like, look, nigga, you'll never hear no fucking. I never want to hear fucking weight excuses as a Chris Bird fan at heavyweight.
Of course you will.
Yeah, well, Usyk isn't Chris Bird.
Yeah, no, right.
He damn sure ain't no motherfucking Chris Bird. Like, bruh, like the 40 pounds. I don't see that shit, because the thing is, Usyk, I still look at him as the bigger guy because he's 6'3".
Yeah.
So he has the leverage. He has the height over dude, and he's not like some super undersized. He has a stature of a big guy. Like, Chisora's just heavier than him.
Right. But
I don't look at Chisora as a real big guy like that.
But it really all depends, though. I mean, whether or not Usyk's power translate to heavy eventually, or will
his power is there. Like, he hurt Chisora. It just will his temperament transfer, because the thing is, like, if you compare, I'll use the Chris Bird against Jamil McCline, and Bird gave up 5 inches in height, or 6 inches, 6 inches height, gave up like 60 pounds, and you saw Bird still tried to finish this guy off in the second half of the fight with combinations and letting his hands go. It's just he couldn't punch his way out of a guy that's so much bigger than him, that's leaning on him, overweight, outweighing him, bullying him a little bit. So it's hard to kind of finish a nigga that's on you like that, and he's so much big. Usyk had a guy that, was not really hanging on him like that. He has the leverage. He's taller. You telling me you already hurt the guy? It's not like he dropped you or nothing. Chris Bird had to dig deep and fight back from a knockdown. Usyk had a whole better circumstance, and it's like he underperformed. Like, and I kind of look at that like, you getting this type of performance against Chisora. Like, remember I said he was supposed to 117, 111, and I feel like he did, but he didn't look like he didn't have the confidence like he did. And the reason why I say that, because both y'all niggas scored at 115, 113.
But
so I know he didn't look good.
Yeah, no, Usyk he didn't look good too, because Usyk himself was like, you know what, I give myself a 3 out of 10 for this, and he blamed it on not being active enough.
Who?
Going down.
Man, everybody got that no active excuse right
fucking
now.
who?
Like,
nah, we're not trying to hear that.
Nah.
Shit.
You're supposed to be certain levels above some guys, and it's not like this was the best Chisora we ever seen. Like I felt like Chisora looked better against fucking Vitaly Klitschko. Like,
yeah,
against Dylan White, both fights. Like the commentators, they were really sucking this nigga off, because they kept going on about like Chisora's stamina was looking shitty in that fight. Like,
very much so.
Like, I think he overtrained. Like Chisora should have stopped. I'm sorry. Usyk should have stopped, dude, bro.
Yeah, and that's another thing with Chisora too. Like, I know, because I think he has a whole bunch of. Yeah, I don't know what David has him doing. Like, I mean, but yeah, the strategy they have. I don't think Chisora has the type of the age or even the size to pull it off, and probably shouldn't. They should really try to refine him a little bit, because Chisora will get knocked out if he fights someone a lot heavier hands than Usyk, for sure.
Not even just the heavier hands, the willingness to throw. That was the difference. Like the way everything was set up for Usyk, it was supposed to be target practice for him. Because you're throwing shots down at a smaller guy that's tired and trying to hang on you and chasing around you, and you're supposed to be, letting off and spin out, pivot and spinning out. Like I don't know, the fight just looked way more difficult than it should have been.
Because now, I mean, obviously everyone thinks Usyk, because Usyk, the biggest thing is like he's the WBO man though. So I mean, he has, I mean, he's supposed to face the winner of Joshua and Pulev,
I'm not giving him any chance at that one.
Yeah, like I want to see that just to see like the fight, like, but I think Joshua beats him, like.
Yeah, no. If he
it might look ugly though. It might look like the Parker fight though.
Yeah, but if Usyk actually faces Joshua now and he's adamant instead of not, like, he should probably take another heavyweight fight.
Yeah, well, I will say this: one guy he better stay away from. I mean, I know he's not proven yet, but right around the corner in the WBO rankings is Daniel Dubois. So I mean, what if AJ and Fury end up fighting? That frees up that kind of fight, and I wouldn't favor Usyk in that fight either. I keep him the fuck away from Dubois.
But that's the thing too. Dubois.
I don't even know if I don't know if Usyk beats a motivated Ruiz at this point. Like,
well, that's the funny thing, because we did a poll not too long ago asking, who would you favor in a fight between Ruiz and Usyk, and most people pick Usyk. And I remember that in the back of my head when I'm watching this fight. I'm like, hell nah. Like, this Usyk is not beating Ruiz.
Yeah, but
I don't think Usyk beating, like,
Dillian White.
Nah, because it's the thing. The difference between White and Chisora is White is more steady, like more like first of all, the power, that's the biggest difference. Fuck that. And he's bigger. He's like, what, 6'4"?
That's what I'm saying. He would beat Usyk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I could definitely see him beating Usyk. Like Usyk would have to, and if Usyk didn't want to throw against Chisora, I don't think he's gonna throw with Dillian White like that. And Chisora was made to order for him. Like, this was supposed to be his springboard fight, and I feel like it's like Sonic jumping on one of the platforms, like one of the springs, but he didn't get a good jump. Like his foot slipped a little, and he still jumped. He kind of halfway lost a couple rings. Like, it's not like whereas Tank had like a better opponent, and he boom.
I mean, I will say this though, Usyk. I mean, if Joshua lets go of the WBO belt, Usyk and Dubois would be for that vacant belt. So, I mean, if that's because of Dubois, if Dubois actually beats Joyce next month.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, so
I feel like he should too. I feel like he should beat Joyce.
I think Dubois is the real deal. So
he could look a little sloppy at times, but the power, the athleticism is real.
He just needs more refinement.
Yeah, like kind of what Chisora always needed, more refinement. Like, he don't need no Ann Wolf training right now. Like, his career, like, he's too old for that. Like, refine the skills, man. Like, he had the right strategy with Usyk. It's just he couldn't pull it off, like, all the way. And Usyk gave him opportunities too.
Very much so.
Like, my goodness, like he should have, like honestly, low key, I expected a better fight from both guys, but one guy won clearly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't go into this fight with any expectations.
Yeah, me either, because you had too many other bigger fights. It's kind of like this shit was hyped up, so it's like we was kind of forced to care. Like, nigga, this worked. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, and
you gotta remember, not every fight we talk about, I want to personally talk about. Like, like, but I know, and that goes for y'all too. Like,
you know, I mean, it is. But like I said, you know, but sometimes, you know, when a fight gets more attention than what we expect, you know, we gotta talk on it. You know?
Yeah, it's work, nigga.
Yeah. But I mean, but like I said, it was a significant heavyweight fight because, like I said, if we didn't, like, I mean, if Chisora pulls off the upset or Usyk, you know, highlight reels Chisora, whatever, then, you know, it's because it would be like major news for the heavyweight division, especially if Chisora had actually won, because Eddie Hearn was already talking about, yeah, like I'll go to WBO and make him the number one mandatory and shit like that. So, like, things were already in motion if things, you know, went south for Usyk.
Yeah, but it's all good shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at the fight. It was just what it was, you know.
Yeah, because you can still win wide and don't be impressive, like, so.
Yeah, very much so. So
that's what this was for me.
But there was.